All right, we're live. Oh my god, episode 20, gosh dang one of Henshins and Homies. This is insanity. We're this many episodes in, and I am joined today by the wonderful KaijuCarl. How are you, good sir?
Hi, how you guys doing? I'm good. Thanks for having me.
He has the most amazing, soothing, beautiful radio voice I've ever heard in my life. It is so great. And also...
thank you.
ASMR. And also right down here, Brick Grayson, your boy, aspiring tokutuber, jumping on with us to talk all things tokusatsu tonight. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Just so you guys know, I'm sure you've watched the show before, but just so you guys have kind of an idea, the whole idea behind it is, yes, of course, freaking out and geeking out about Toku week to week with our good friends, but also to give them the community spotlight, the love, the platform to be seen for their skills they have. May it be analysis, may it be prop making, helmet making, like Stickosaurus, and a plethora of other people. We've had voice actors on, lots of different people. Just strengthen the bonds, as Taro says, but also to hope that the powers that be see this and go, hey, that guy's got a really deliciously awesome voice. He needs to be at Power Morphicon. He needs to be at this convention. So we're hoping for the opportunities to come up. So tonight we are going to be jumping into talking about the KingOhger press conference, our thoughts, our theories, what we're thinking about it in general, how we're feeling about KingOhger now that we know a bit more about it. Not a lot in the villains, I noticed, but that's okay. And then eventually we'll transition to some of our favorite Sentai, and if we have Time Rider, but mostly our favorite Sentai finales, kind of talking about what were our favorite ones and what we loved, what we didn't like about it, and all that. So I'd like to start off first with each guest kind of giving a little rundown of who they are. So KaijuCarl, who are you, good sir? What are your Toku credentials? Go ahead.
So I'm KaijuCarl. I am the co-host of another podcast called Tokudon. We've been around for going on 4 years, I think now.
Wow.
We just hit episode 82. Good Lord.
Holy F.
So we've been doing this for a little while. We just love it. It's all about the spirit of the show is just kind of chatting, kind of like this, just chatting with friends. That's all it is. Other than that, I'm gaming over on twitch.tv/KaijuCarl. And just doing all kinds of nonsense over there. I hang out with Team Rider sometimes too, so they're pretty cool.
I've seen you in the streams for stuff for that. I actually most recently saw you in an awesome video of Pronghorn Heroes. Fucking killing it with a buffer henshin. Oh my goodness, it was amazing.
This is the actual movie prop here, if you will. So
from Toei, from the set on Toei.
I love Jem. We work together a lot. We actually live really close to each other.
He said that. We had him on, and he said, you know what I found out? He lives ridiculously close. I was like, why aren't we hanging out? And then we just started hanging out.
That's how that's how Matt Palmer from Immortal Red Fox and I are. Like, he lives an hour and a half away from me.
That's what's up.
Seriously?
That's
Matt's one of my homies. I talk to him. I see him almost at least every week.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I love hanging out with other Toku fans, and when finding out they live in your area, it's like, oh shit, that's the coolest fucking thing ever.
That's kind of the lonely thing about being up here in disgustingly cold old Michigan is
Go blue.
Not the case. But I get to connect with you awesome folks. So Brick Grayson, go ahead and give us a lowdown on you in general, what your aspirations are for being a content creator, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So I've been into Toku as Power Rangers first, of course. Then I started watching Dragon Knight. Then found Guyver on Anime Network on the pay-per-view channels. Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I bought the subscription for $9.99. My parents flipped out because they saw it on their cable bill, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then I haven't looked back. So a really big thing I'm into is health and fitness, and wellness. If you follow me on Twitter, I post all the time about my weight loss, sobriety, and that kind of stuff too. And
awesome.
I really I lost 150 pounds, right?
Wow. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. Health and fitness and wellness, a big part. Dude, I walk every fucking day to the gym and I bust my ass. back squat 200 pounds today.
Nice.
All the while listening to some Toku soundtracks. Like I'll
absolutely.
I'll
that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
get you pumped.
Yeah, dude, Akira Kushida, the fucking space sheriffs.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I just want to. At the end of the day, I just want to, be able to help. Like, I want to eventually. I want to do a, get people in shape for cosplay. Kind of thing. I also post. I also put. Show off people's like brands and stuff like that on my page. Owl Combo. Check him out. He's doing really big things for the community. I have his JetX shirt on right now. He did a whole JetX rip, and so on the back of it,
nice.
It's like, yeah, dude. And so
rest in peace,
really
JetX.
cool dude, greatest TV block ever. But yeah, he's doing cool things. So we don't have a lot of people doing merch kind of stuff now, and he's always really cool things to do. Actually, pre-orders for his Kamen Rider W Fudo PI jerseys going in tonight. So
nice.
make sure to check them out.
Look at all three of us in our own way supporting the community. I love it.
Dude,
I love to see it.
Dude,
I love to see it.
I'm really big into that. There's so many good creators out there and people doing so many cool things for the community. We have such a niche community, and having people doing like cool things like what Al's doing is like a really cool thing. And I always take the moment to appreciate that.
Yeah.
Especially at the quality he does it. Like dude's printing on comfort colors. Like I'm so happy. But yeah. No, like I also shit post a ton. Like I completely shit post. The recurring shit post on my page is I'd let Astronomus spit in my mouth, and I'd be completely honest about that candidly on live. In Space Astronoma, that's how I knew. And Trakina, but that's a whole different episode. But yeah, that's yeah. This is just me. I just make jokes about letting villains spit in my mouth, and it's okay.
Hey, at least you're not as weird as the people that want to F the suits themselves, like the monster suits.
Dude,
that gets weird.
Dude,
that gets weird.
Oh, listen.
Oh no.
To be fair, though, I would lick the Guyver suit, to be honest with you, because I fucking love the Guyver. So
yeah,
I would lick it.
That like if Trakina and like full like evil like last episode, I would be upset.
Absolutely. Hello, boys. Frankie is doing KingOhger espionage at Toei HQ, getting them leaks. Absolutely. Yes, that is exactly what Frankie's doing.
Frankie's going straight to 5chan.
He's upgraded to 6chan.
No, dude, he's on 8chan. He's on the trenches, man.
Dang.
All right. Well, awesome. So we got some really unique, awesome guests today on their own ways that they are involved with Tokusatsu, may it be supporting the community or with a podcast or what have you. But what you guys are here is to hear these three random adult white men talk about this show for children in Japan. So here we go. Gosh dang it. So there's like a new Sentai and stuff coming out. I don't know if you heard about it. I think it's like Osama Sentai KingOhger or something like that.
Osama.
Osama. Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, no. We're already going there.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
It went straight to that as soon as I heard the name. I was like, Osama.
All right. So we're going to share a screen for a minute here. And, okay. Is it working for you guys? There we go. Oh, God. All right. So right here is the beautiful, beautiful cast. And, of course, I am prepared with, like, notes and stuff about, like, their character descriptions translated. So here we go. So this is our beautiful, awesome team here. And we'll kind of go through each one and then kind of give a little blurb about how we feel about what they look like. The drip, which is absolutely an ocean. My goodness, for all
immaculate.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of licking costumes, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna say it. God damn it, Carl. So we have our leader. This is Gira, or Kuwagata, right? Is that how I'm saying it? Kuwagata?
Yep.
Kuwagata
Ohger?
Kuwagata Ohger. There we go. So he's a citizen of Shugadam who claims to be a self-proclaimed king. He grew up in an orphanage under the castle of Shugunam, an industrialized country, and is a kind-hearted young man willing to sacrifice himself for the sake of children. He's called the King of Evil for some reason. I don't know why that translated that way. But yeah, I think there's really interesting things here that he isn't the real king, because they also have a picture somewhere else I don't think I have of the actual king, who's like, what the fuck, bro? So I find it really interesting, that whole like setup, and what that's gonna like play into for the story for him. I mean, I'm assuming it'll be something where he's somehow related to the lineage, because it's an orphanage right below the castle. But we don't know. It's Sentai, so yeah.
Maybe they do that ancient Greek thing where they just like look at the baby, and if they're too ugly, they like throw them off a cliff, and they're like, "Later, yo."
He comes back. I have red hair, a red streak in my hair. Oh my God, son, you're right. You were beautiful the whole time. I'm so sorry. You can be king. But yeah, I'm excited about it. The press conference kind of showed them all kind of interacting and talking and stuff, and it's pretty cool. I think he's going to be a pretty good Red. He doesn't strike me as a Red that's going to be like screaming a catchphrase in your face, which is good. I'm happy about that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. We've been getting that for the past 2 years, so
a little bit. I mean, Taro's different, built different, because he just laughs all the time. That's fine.
Yeah.
So second up here is right over here. I'll move my little mouse. We know what we're talking about. Boom. KingOhger Yamagust is his name. I love that name. The king of Nosopa, the land of IT technology, aka Mr. President, is what he likes to go by. He is a Yankee king who rose to the position of king with a single computer. Which, what does that even mean? What, he hack his
the
way
power of his laptop and Google.
I am technology.
Yeah.
He docks
the king.
Yeah, he's like.
He was born in a slum, so he has a foul mouth and uses made-up swear words, and he loves his friends. I'm sure it's not going to be real swear words, but I mean, like, I get a kick out of it if it was. The subtitles are going to have a kick, get a just love to handle that, I'm sure. But yeah, he's cool. I like his blue jacket and his silly blue hair and his dumb headphones and his overall swagger. And also, did you guys know that Gentaro has a son, and now he's in the Sentai? Whoa.
He is a JoJo character. Let's stop this Forza bullshit. He is a JoJo character first and foremost. Also, I don't know if you guys watched the press conference live. They like asked him what his headphones are plugged into. It was like a sandbag that just like kept it in his pocket.
Of course.
It wasn't actually anything.
Yeah, it's just a fashion statement. But yeah, I really like it. I love the like verging on like Kingdom Hearts level of unnecessary fucking zippers on the jacket. But also I want the jacket, so I can't really be mad about it. I'm sure there's a purpose. The gimmick item will go in each of those pockets.
Absolutely. He has a different set of headphones in every pocket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. But I like his style. I think it'll be interesting seeing that they are all very, very, very vastly unique from each other. And I like that. They're not just all like entirely knights. Like I love Rio Soldier, but it's different from that, where in Rio Soldier they were all these like ancient knights from a long time ago, whereas this is a little more up to date in certain ways that the characters are put together. So, but yeah. So I really like that. What do you think, Brick? What are you thinking about KingOhger here, Tombo boy?
I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see, especially like what you said too with the subs and this foul mouth. Like I have the feeling he's gonna be a little bit of the pervy character in the series, because I feel like every Sentai is gonna have that one character who's just an absolute like borderline perv. You know,
right? It'll be interesting to get that with the blue, because usually the blue is like second in command, you know, on the up and up, very intelligent. Cool. So combining that with that kind of personality group would be really interesting.
I wonder, and I'm curious is if they swapped the purple and blue. They made purple the cool, quiet one, because that's the vibe I'm getting from Papillon Purple. That's the one I'm getting from purple.
Papillon
is is you know that cool, quiet, you know, hiding something, but like. I feel like at some point mid-season they're going to be a plot device.
Anime. You can just say anime.
Anime. Yeah. They're completely
the anime rival.
Yes.
They're completely engaged in espionage. I'll call that.
So, we're about to get right to her. She's the next one I'm getting to. Her and KingOhger are my current like what the hell is going on. I love these two right away.
Yeah.
So she is this is Rita Kanisuka, or Papillon Oger, like we said, or Papillon Oger. Male is a male suit actor, which is really interesting. So people already before this ever came out as a press conference were like, "Oh, does that mean we're going to get like some like gender fluidity?" They're kind of right.
Non-binary.
So Snow Monarch and Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Gokon, land of ice and snow. I like that too. Each kingdom is so freaking unique from each other. I think it's so cool. Monarch are few words, ruthless in judgment, and absolutely neutral. Absolutely neutral. A conservative and does not show much emotion, probably due to Gokon's location. Rita's pronoun is just Osama, Your Majesty. So others have a hard time knowing what their gender is. I love that. I love
tough
that
as hell.
so much. That is the hardest shit I've ever seen in anything, regardless of even Toku. Like, what's your gender? Fuck you, Your Majesty.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, you ass. It doesn't matter. It's Your Majesty.
Right.
But yeah, I like the style. I like the almost like ninja-esque thing over the face is really cool. Yeah. I wonder how that's going to come out in like ADR and stuff. Sure, it'll be fine, but I wonder if she can like talk and it be not sound when she's trying to talk to us. Sorry, they are trying to talk to us, but Your Majesty's trying to talk to us. But yeah, I think it's cool. We're getting some like sort of like gender fluidity representation in terms of like, are they male? Are they female? Fuck you, Your Majesty. You know, I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that it like doesn't matter, honestly, because we usually have like, you know, they put a big emphasis on like 4 dudes and a girl or 2 girls and 3 dudes, like that kind of thing. It's cool that we just like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to fucking judge, jury, and executioner your ass. Let's go.
Yeah. Then you can wonder about my gender in hell.
Yeah, it's like one of those things like where it's, you know, they're like you're not gonna live long to know my gender. That doesn't matter.
As soon as you figure it out, you're not gonna be able to talk about it.
Nothing personal, kid. You know.
Nothing personal.
And I am so excited about it that it is finally, man. Rhea Soldier started a goddamn trend for the Reiwa era because Guy Sorg paved the way to there being a full-on purple on the main team, not an extra, not a Bangai hero, not a 6. No. On the team as a member.
A core
exactly.
Member.
And it's a unique purple. Like it's a unique shade of it, different from some of the other purples we've gotten.
Violet.
Yes. And I think that's really, really cool. And I want to see them continue. I actually have a original like Sentai idea that had a purple as a female purple as leader. So eventually we're gonna get that.
I like the fact too that they're doing something completely different this season, and the fact that we're getting a bug themed Sentai team is something in itself and something worth celebrating. But I
want to know if we're gonna get a motherfucking grasshopper ranger just to stick it to Ryder a little bit. Just a little bit.
No.
Even if they're a one-off, I just think it'd be funny.
I can't wait to talk about the 6 Ranger from what I saw about the...
Oh, the stuff about it? Oh, yeah. We got a few little details about it. Yes. So then we have our yellow, which is Himeno Ran or Kamakiri Oger. Queen of Ishibana, the land of beauty and medicine. She's an extremely selfish queen with an eye for all things beautiful and cute. Then you get this. She will stop at nothing to pursue her own selfish desires, and then she's a genius doctor and will try to save everyone before herself. So she's selfish but selfless. Like, seems to be something that like
altruistically selfish.
right.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see that play in the team dynamic eventually, because it seems to be there's going to be a lot of them in their own kingdoms doing shit, and then eventually coming together when they need to. Which is really unique for a Sentai. We're all always so used to the team being together all day, every day, all day long. So yeah, I think that's really interesting. And I really like her like Disney princess aesthetic. Honestly, I think it's really cool. I don't know. I just think it's cool, and I like that she has blonde hair. You don't see that a lot in Sentai, Yeah. And so I just think that's. I know. I think, man, but like still, I know it's not real blonde hair. Wait, they don't really transform into. My whole life is a lie. So yeah, I think she's really cool, and that'll be a nice juxtaposition with someone like Papillon Oger. And last but certainly not least is Kaguragi Devosuki or Hachi Oger, Lord King of Tofu, the land of agriculture. At first glance, he appears to be a gentleman with a spirit of hospitality who is always ready to help anyone who asks. However, he is a duplicitous, black-hearted man who would lie for the sake of his country. So I really like this because he presents himself in this photo like, hey, let's be friends. Unless I want something from you. All of a sudden turns to like evil pirate Magoo. And I like that. But yeah, and I like that the KaijuCarl like B situation is like in his civilian outfit there, with like the honeycomb thing. I think that's really cool. But yeah, so I think it's a very unique, diverse team overall. And I think we're going to get some really interesting episodes in terms of like, character focused episodes for each one of them and like all the ones where they have to come together. And I want to know what brings them together because my one thing that I have right now before we get to villains is how they all have the same transformation device, but they're from separate kingdoms. Yeah, that's what I want to know. And it may not ever be answered. And I hate it when Sentai Rider doesn't do this, but I want it to be answered that there's like this secret, like, organization that unites all of the countries together and then gave them the swords that way or developed them or something. I don't know.
My theory was kind of like King and Shogadam is like the overall country, and then the other four are kind of like vassals of that country. They all kind of like, they have, the agricultural town over there that like KingOhger, rules over there. He's a duke, if you will, that kind of thing. As opposed to necessarily a king, they're just going to call him royalty. That's the Ohger part, right? So like that was kind of my theory to it, that Red and, other Red, let's just call him that, I guess. These kind of like the overall king, and then everyone else is kind of like vassals or dukes or barons, whatever you want to call them.
Noblemen. I think my theory is that it's kind of a Shinkenger situation. Where it's passed down from parent to child, or like king from each set of royalty to the next generation, and that in the sense of that, when it's passed down, right, you may not ever use the powers, right, you may not ever transform, right, but in the case of, let's say, now when the
in a sense back, you are strapped.
You're always strapped, right? But there's, in your lifetime, you may never had to ever use those abilities unless you just decide, hey, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and just transform and go see what I can do.
I totally would, to be honest.
Just to prank people, just to scare the shit out of people.
I'd be like, I am your king, Henshin.
if someone handed me a sword that could transform me, I don't know what I would do.
I would immediately become a villain.
Well, and the other thing too I have is I want to know, because I like the Ohger caliber. It's so cool. I love that it's got the wood grain on the handle and the little like giblets here that they all use to transform. What are we doing to transform, man? Because that video showing off how it works didn't make a goddamn lick of sense. I don't understand. But buddy, man, it's already a big ass joke that the villains let the guys transform fully through their whole sequence before they fight them. And I don't understand how they're going to let them play a game of Bop It first before they get to transform.
The amount of rounds they win is how powerful they are when they transform. That's what it is.
That's how Retta unlocks his final form.
Has anyone seen the toys of? Has anyone seen the toy of the sword yet? Is it like? Is it nice? Is it like a decent like?
Yeah.
Is it a decent like release?
I mean, I assume it's this big. To be honest, I assume it's like the saber swords.
I was expecting much. I'm waiting. Oh no! I thought you were
you're good. You're good. You jumped out for a second. I couldn't hear you.
I'm waiting for the Japanese. I'm waiting for the Japanese customizers to come out and just customize it, make it look like a big ass sword, and do what they did for the saber stuff. Because I know that's gonna happen eventually. Someone's gonna get really crafty, and they're gonna like do a real wood grain handle, and then rip out
made out of actual wood from a tree from their backyard.
I can't wait. I'm super excited. This might be the first like memorial thing that I buy once they release it, because this is pretty damn cool. Yeah, I don't own any of the Sentai changers, anything like that. I'm a rider dude. I don't do Sentai very often.
No,
so here is one of our villains. This is Desnarak the Eighth, the leader of the Earth Empire Bugnarak.
That's fucking
so he's
hard.
Gonna be like, it's a fucking nice name, and that suit is a nightmare, and I love it. It's terrifying.
Dude, anything with tentacles in like Sentai villain, anything with tentacles and like eat like Cthulhu, or like I don't even know the word to describe it. Like I don't even know the word, but like anything in that aspect, right? Like
Lovecraftian,
like Mystic Force. Yeah, exactly. Lovecraftian, right?
Hentai is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna say it. God damn it.
He loves hentai, folks. That's what we're getting out of this.
That's what we're getting at.
Yes.
Oh,
totally.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. But no, anything with like the Lovecraftian, like Cthulhu type aesthetic is awesome.
Hell yeah.
In villains, and it's like Sentai, because it just goes way more off than it needs to go, and it's always.
And look
great.
at these damn details, because like what's going on up here that it's so much taller to the neck than where the body starts.
Yeah.
And also, poor suit actor, because goddamn, I can't even start to understand where they are at all in this situation. But yeah, so we got that, and then we also have, scroll up a little bit here, we have a monster maker again. This is Prime Minister Kamajim. All we know is that he grows the monsters. Also, he's like a robot, I guess, like a bug robot.
That's what's up. I'm down for those.
I guess. And then he has his like dumb staff with like a. Would
you say it makes
like
his monsters
detector? Grow? Oh my god! I hope it does.
It's a meat thermometer. It's just a giant.
It's a meat thermometer.
It's got to be something related to bugs.
Oh my god.
Let me crush you with my like meat thermometer, and then like
or my tenderizer. I mean, it's flat on the other end here. So then we have our doofy little minions, and they are the Sanagim. These are the foot soldiers. I love them. I like their dumb, stupid guns and their
adorable.
Dumb faces.
Yeah,
and their little tails. Why they got tail? What are you doing?
Because bugs.
But also, what are those?
High top, bro. They got them with high top sneakers. Bug Force ones.
Right?
Bug Force ones.
Bug Force ones.
Bug Force ones.
Bug Force ones.
Absolutely. That's why they're the villains, because Shugadam didn't want to take their merchandise deal.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that is the villains and the heroes and the pictures that we have here. Now we do have some like grains of salt. I'm gonna stop sharing this nightmare of a screen here for a second.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Jesus Christ, look into the void. So about a sixth. So we thought at first that this Kuagata was going Kuagata Oger. There we go. Jesus Christ, it's a mouthful. The silver, basically repaint of red, was going to be the sixth. That's been more confirmed-ish to be more of a Bangai hero, like is it Volblack from Gingaman?
Deckmaster.
Yeah, or Deckmaster.
He'll just show up randomly.
Because we got that confirmed from a freaking ad in a magazine of the plushies.
Yeah.
Because of course we did.
Yeah.
It's just the charm of Sentai. And we got some actual things. Man, Brick, do you want to take it? Talking about this Sixth Ranger? Dude.
Yeah, so
my God.
It's going to be a spider themed, right? And it's going to be white, which is in the supposed color theme is, I have to go, the supposed color scheme is white, gold, black with a purple dagger as a transformation device. And I'm thinking that if this is going in the direction that I think it's going to go in, right? Not to mention with the mech being almost like someone compared to one of being one of the compared it to a Gundam mobile suit with like 4 legs, one of the mobile suits.
Ooh.
Yeah, Carl is what I'm talking about. I don't know the exact names. I'm horrible because there's so many fucking mobile suits, but
I'll find it. I got it.
Yeah. But nevertheless, right? He's, from what I'm seeing, I'm gonna really fucking pray to John Toei that this is the evil white Sixth Ranger, because I think that's what we deserve. Like, I think,
and I like that the aesthetic for it seems to be there's something about the gimmick with it being like extermination, like cans of like spray and shit.
Bug spray.
Yeah, that's so cool
that's
to finally see a sixth be like so diametrically opposed in terms of what it's doing from the main team. I think that's really cool.
And it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like, I feel like it's gonna be like a rival, like a Sixth Kingdom that like everyone just kind of was like, "Fuck you, like go away, you're stupid."
Or an assassin,
an assassin that they hire and who is like outcast or something like that.
I mean, goddamn, we don't know it's not Silver hiring this assassin.
I'm happy.
It's true.
I'm happy. I'm gonna be honest though. I'm really happy we're not getting. I mean, listen, I like Gold and Silver 6, right? I love it, but I think we've been getting him so consistently. I think it's time that I think, we're so burnt out. I think that Dawn Brothers provided a nice alternative to that with, Jiro, but like,
Jiro,
yeah. But, I think that a white 6 Ranger, an evil one, nevertheless, is something we really, really, really is something that we can.
A nice change of pace.
Yeah, with
God dang.
Yeah, and I really hope it's a Abre killer type situation where he's like a consistent evil through his debut up until like a quarter way through the series, up in episode whatever in the 30s, at least until the 30s, right, where he becomes sort of like an anti-hero. Then at least by last 5 episodes he's completely turned over, but in between then and the last few episodes he's very much,
I wonder if they might pull something, because they talk about how Gira is like always about saving people and children and blah blah blah. I almost feel there might be like a pull there. Will there be some situation where he knows that this spider character, the spider Ohger, whatever they're called, is after them and trying to take them out, but he also maybe at one point saw them untransformed doing something honorable, so now he's conflicted about taking them out and wants to reform him or help him break free from being controlled by whatever it is. May it be Bugmack or whatever.
Yeah.
So
and you know what? I'm excited to see it too, because the writing in Sentai, I think Dawn Brothers has just completely changed the pace for how we watch Sentai too. It's completely transformed the way we watch Sentai as a whole, because Dawn Brothers gave us something completely new. Because it didn't at first. I remember people were like, "Oh, this is gonna be really weird. It's not gonna work." But
they were right, turns out, and it was weird.
It was weird, but that's what Dawn Brothers is, right? It's not meant to be like a
traditional Sentai.
Traditional Sentai. No, it's meant to be. The show is meta in itself. If you really think about it, the show is completely meta in itself, and it's complete. I think it's a complete tribute to Sentai as a whole and Tokusatsu, because, look at the Nama, right? Like, they're based off of old characters from the 70s.
Yeah.
Akamizer and all them guys, right? That's really what you're looking at. Is just
You've done actually episodes, haven't you, of Tokudon about some of those unheard of, kind of lesser known Toku shows like that, haven't you?
Yeah, we've done a couple where it's we look at some of the older stuff, like Apollo Geist and his origin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, good lord.
Yeah.
It was Tall Geese, by the way, is the mobile suit that it was based on.
Yes.
From Gundam Wing, if anyone is a fan of Gundam Wing. It's Tall Geese.
Yes.
Rob, my co-host, was very happy to hear that.
I love old Toku from the 70s. That's a little bit of a side note, but I'm a big fan of Zubat. Not everyone watches Zubat, but Zubat's really fucking cool. I really appreciate his scenes where he just walks up playing that fucking one riff on the guitar, and he just goes up and mops the floor with a bunch of dudes. He took a lit cigarette out of some dude's mouth, smoked it, just beat the shit out of everyone within 5 seconds, and it was just and he was like, wants more, and it was so funny. Anyway, that's a whole nother episode. I love talking about that stuff.
So Carl, what do you think going forward with KingOhger? What are some of your kind of impressions or theories about what you might think might go down? Or
so let me, like I said, I am not the biggest Sentai dude. I have only seen a few of them, and I'm gonna be probably the odd man for a lot of people watching this. I did not really enjoy Zenkaiger and Dawn Brothers. I just kind of got tired of it, to be honest, because it has the same energy. And Zenkaiger was fun. We took a look at the first 15 or so episodes. I think it was 17, something like that. And then we watched the first couple Dawn Brothers, and I was like, okay, that's neat. I'm gonna that's cool. Let you guys have your thing. There's nothing. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? I don't have any issue with it. It's just not for me.
That's fair.
And I saw this press conference and the new trailer and everything, and I was like, oh fuck, oh yeah. The suits, the suits had me. We originally thought the red face mask had a silver part, but it was just the way they lit the poster thing that came out. And I got really excited just for the suits in general, because I think armor is cool and exploding spandex is dope. But I like armor because again, I'm more of a rider dude. And seeing that and the whole theme of this and bug themes, I like bugs. I'm weird, I know. I'm down for it, and just seeing everything in motion. Usually my thing is hit or miss when I see the stills, and then you see it in motion and I feel very different. This was just beautiful.
Right? It's a very cinematic trailer.
Yeah, and like it's all on green screen, which is the crazy part too. And just pure look wise, KaijuCarl is my favorite design just because it has that pop of the bee on the face mask. I kind of wish the other ones had something like that.
Right.
But KingOhger is my dude. He's my dude. So hell yeah, let's go. And then I also hope there's going to be a green Ohger at some point, even if it's like a hyper battle video or something.
Well, they did say that because there's like 1 billion mecha in it. There's like 13, 14 different mecha they've talked about. And I believe there was something that pointed at there possibly being a corresponding Ohger for each one of them, I think.
Nice.
As far as what I was seeing. Yeah. I don't know if they fully confirmed that. Like KaijuCarl. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Happy 10th anniversary, KaijuCarl, of course.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
But yeah, so that you might get your wish.
I'm down for that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Y'all gonna make a Sentai fan out of me if that happens.
I really want there to be, just because 6th Ranger Spider-Man Magoo is using like the extermination bug spray stuff. Mm-hmm. I really want there to be, the only other thing I can think of to be so diametrically opposed to bugs in general is for there to be a straight up Bird Ranger to come in and be a threat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a dude in a bug catcher outfit.
It's just like a falconer.
It's just like a Pokemon bug catcher. That's all it is. His net is his henshin device.
Oh my god. Oh no. You need to know this about me, both of you. The most random, ridiculous, silly things will set off my imagination about like Rider and Sentai in general, about creating a whole team, a henshin device, a belt, a changer, whatever, and I don't stop. So now I'm thinking about that, about how a net would work as a henshin device.
My bad.
It's okay. You're good. It's just naturally how I am. All right, Brick, go ahead and hit them with them delicious hot takes. What do you feel about KingOhger in general? Theories, general feelings. What do you got?
I'm really excited that we're getting a bug theme. Like, this is something that I think every Power Ranger Tokusatsu Sentai fan has just been dreaming of since they're kids. Like, this is just
shout out Sentai 5 and a few of the Legion of Boom people who had definitely bug Sentai ideas way before Toei put anything out. So
yeah. I mean, like, I think everyone at some point has always wanted that bug team. I mean, I know that was always back in the day a recurring thing on Ranger Board during league season. We're getting a bug theme team every year until now. Until now, where it's like, okay, now we're actually getting something. And I was having this conversation with Matt too, Palmer, about this, because it's really interesting seeing now we're getting bugs, because for so long there was that whole rule that no, we can't, you guys can't, Ryder said, even though it's the same company, they're like, just invisible rule there, like, you can't, no.
Bugs are our thing. We're doing it.
Yeah. It's like that's our thing. No. But we really haven't gotten a consistent Bug Rider season since maybe 0-1. But again, that really but not
besides himself. That was it.
Yeah. Besides himself, we really haven't gotten a whole bug team or bug riders outside of him. So I think it was more. I don't. Obviously we can't. I'm not going to speak for anything Toei does, but at least from what I'm seeing, at least from the vibe I get is okay. They're like, all right, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And then they threw all that money.
We got our Fox Boy and our Buffalo Boy and our little Raccoon Boy. You go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah.
Take the bugs.
We're doing animals now. We're doing animals now. That's our thing. But I'm really excited though, because this show can go in a bazillion different directions. This show can be like a Game of Thrones-esque kind of thing where it's there's just deceit. All the Rangers on the team are making allegiances with other nations, and just a bunch of little political stuff, obviously translated digestible enough for kids, but but for enjoyable enough for adults to be like, oh shit, this is happening. That's what that's like.
No, go ahead. You're good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, obviously that's more than likely not going to happen. I don't think they would ever. I wouldn't think they would ever try to do a Game of Thrones kind of show for Power. No.
They're going to do the kids version. That's what they're going to do.
Oh, they're going to do the kids version of Game of Thrones.
Spider's Joffrey.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say.
Cameo.
Yes, I was just gonna say that I think it's also really interesting that this is the first time we've had the entire team. Every one of them is a ruler or monarch of some kind. We've had that esque in other seasons, like KaijuCarl had Ahim, who was a princess, and other seasons kind of messed with that idea, sort of. But to have a whole team of that, it's going to be really interesting how the synergy happens, because that's like the charm of Sentai is the synergy of the team, and when they come together. How is that going to work with a team like this who have their own separate countries to worry about, but then also have to work together to stop the evil bugs?
But I think that's why they made Red not a king. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be the one. I guarantee I'm going to put money on this, right? The first 6 episodes are him going to each kingdom, convincing them to join the team.
Yeah.
I think
that's absolutely what's going to happen.
In the translations, he's the king of evil. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whatever
like,
that means.
Y'all want to be naughty? Let's go.
Y'all ever want to be a dick?
Yeah. I think that I think that it's all gonna be a clash of ego too, right? You're gonna have people with again, it's gonna be one of those I can already tell it's gonna be one of those seasons that's the same 5 Rangers that we start, the same core 5 that we see in the beginning are not going to be the same characters by the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obvious. I think it's gonna be one of those where it's really where character development is super emphasized, because they're obviously making it known that what their flaws are, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning, in the beginning, in the bios and everything. So we're definitely gonna see heavy character development this season, and I'm really excited because that's one of my favorite things about Sentai, especially when in Tokusatsu, is actually seeing really good character development, and not just oh wow, look, this person saved someone. That's character development,
right?
I want to see. I'm excited to see Yellow's transformation too, and how she by the end of the show is a completely different person.
I can't wait for the 5-episode arc where she just pisses everyone off. One per episode kind of thing. It's just that's what she seems like her personality is going to be,
She's gonna be the everyone off. But and then as far as Red though, I think that he's like a lost king or something. I think that he was just like a band. It's like a Spaceball situation where he's just like an outlaw, kind of like a roguish kind of person. He finds out, oh wow, look, I'm royalty.
He's your Daenerys for the Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
There you go.
But what I really like too is that yet again, I feel like pretty much ever since Rio Soldier, minus Kira Major in a good way. Kira Major is great, but it's very much so a send up to 80s Sentai, in my opinion, in the way that it's put together. Each season though has really tried really hard and really done really well in its execution for the most part, trying to set itself apart and be really unique and out of the box.
Yeah.
I know Carl said, Down Brothers wasn't from him, Zenkaiju wasn't from him, but I would think even he would say both of them are very non-traditional at all. Sentai, and there's no chance in frozen hell to be adapted either of them in any way. And I love that.
Yeah. And Down Brothers is one of those shows again too. That's again meta. The show is meta in itself. It's satirical on the Sentai show. It's more of you really have to really look at it, not from the lens of a Sentai, but from the lens of a satire, because that's really what Dawn Brothers is.
And also, Carl, you need to watch Jetman and Agito. Get some Inoue writing in you a little bit.
Okay.
Jetman.
And then started Agito. I got to finish it.
Yeah, and then that will start. You'll go. Oh.
I mean, I've seen plenty of Inoue stuff over the years.
Sure.
Yeah, but Jetman has always been on the list, honestly, because I'm trying to go through more Sentai things, which if we get to the finales, I'll talk about, because one of those came from that. But yeah,
dude, Jetman is fun to watch because it's not only a good Sentai show, because it's a great Sentai show in itself, but it's also a J drama.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a late 80s. It's an early 90s J drama on top of being a Sentai show, which makes it all the better. So
that's what's up. I'm down for that.
And everything, and I love how accessible everything is now, because everything is on fucking Tubi in school. Right?
Yeah.
Or physical, because you get it physical now too. So listen, that is a threat, a positive threat to you people that hold the rights to all that. Keep putting them out. Fucking buying it. Stop stopping. Oh, Power Rangers is making it. No, they're not.
I'm gonna start bootlegging DVDs. I'm gonna start resurgence of the
Hong Kong releases.
Bootlegging everything.
Oh my God.
All right, so talking about those Sentai seasons a little bit there kind of transitions us into our second topic, which is our favorite Sentai finales. Now, this can be any season from any era. It does not matter. It can be one. It can be a couple of them. However you guys want to talk about it. So I guess first, Carl, what seasons have you seen, just so we know what kind of era?
Much like Brick, and I'm sure you as well, I started with Power Rangers, so I've seen way more Power Rangers than I've seen Sentai. And obviously those endings are much different, and sometimes they're kind of not. But to completion, I've seen KyoryuGer, ToQger, that's Poopy Doo Caca. We're not going to talk about that. I've seen Die Ranger and Gao Ranger. Which Gao Ranger is actually my favorite one. So,
nice.
Like Die Ranger is probably my favorite season, but my favorite ending is absolutely Gao Ranger.
Okay. Cool. So that's quite a unique spot for them, even though it's not usually your go-to because Ryder is your main go-to. That's interesting. That's really cool. So,
and then I've seen the first like 15 of a bunch of other ones. It never keeps my attention.
That's hard sometimes.
I have to go back and I can't sit down and binge. I don't have that kind of attention where I can't sit down and binge, entire, try to do an entire season. I can do maybe 3-4 episodes at a time. Then after that, I was I need to go watch some Family Guy.
For me, it's the hardest to watch week to week, honestly. And I think that's why maybe when Don Brothers is over, I'll try and watch it again.
I love it week to week. When I first started it, the first season I watched was KaijuCarl, and I didn't watch it when it aired originally. I watched it it had already been out, so I found the ways to watch it. But traveling to Japan, and watching it there.
Yeah, absolutely. My flight every weekend.
And so that's how it was at first, but then KyoryuGer came out and I watched that weekly, and that was a blast to watch weekly.
I did watch that and ToQger weekly. That was around the time I tried to get into Sentai. They were coming out, so I did watch those, and then KaijuOhger kind of lost me on the week to week thing because that was kind of poopy doo doo caca too. So
hot takes, baby. Oh my gosh.
I agree. I'm not. I like ToQger just for that opening riff of the gang chants, go for it. After that, I lost my interest. I can't. I don't like.
Imagination.
Yeah, it's literally that.
I will say though, I'll give ToQger this. I love the color change gimmick that they had, that they can all switch colors. I thought that was phenomenal, awesome. Down for another season of that. So if KingOhger ends up doing that because they all have the sword, I'm cool. I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. So Carl, go ahead and tell us about why is Gao Ranger's finale so awesome?
So I guess I should say spoilers.
Oh, wait, hold on. Spoilers for everybody. Just watch these shows. What are you doing? Come on. Anyway.
Like Brick said, they're all on Tubi, which is totally free. So go watch.
Exactly. No excuse.
No excuse.
Yeah, no excuse. But so Gao Ranger, I'm watching Die Ranger. There's some crazy stuff that happens in there. I've seen. Like I said, the first 15 or so of a bunch of them, there's some crazy stuff that happens. And then Gao Rangers go and get murked halfway through the show. And I was like, what? And then all of a sudden, 2 episodes to the end of this thing, all the Zords are dead. I was like, what? Yeah. And then my man, Gao Red, takes a sword when he is in his basic bitch human form and tries to stab the big bad with it. And I was like, okay. I'm here for it. And then one of the coolest aspects, and it's the dumbest thing ever, but I think this is the coolest aspect ever. They don't even learn each other's names till the very last episode. They do not learn. They call each other yellow, red, blue. Yeah. Oh, wow. They don't actually know each other's real names until the very last episode because they go, all of our Zord friends are dead and we can't turn into Power Rangers, but I'm a doctor, veterinarian man. And then Eagle's like, I'm a dick, so my name's Washio Gaku. And, Princess Karate Girl is like, I'm Princess Karate Girl, what up? But it's really cool. It was just a nice little thing that I was like, oh, shit, you're right. They don't know each other's names. Holy, wow. 50 episodes, they didn't know each other's names.
That's Ron Swanson once said. I had one of my best friends is a man. I didn't even know his name. We said nothing to each other.
Exactly. It was such a cool thing for me, and even between Rider and Sentai and stuff like that, little things like that. Like my favorite Rider season is Blade. It does something kind of similar that's very depressing. I'll save that for another episode. But it's that kind of stuff that I really love, and especially in a Sentai where my exposure to it has been very this is the younger audience of the two, right? This is aimed at the younger audience. I was like, oh God, oh Lord, why am I sad right
And
now?
I
Oh
like
God,
it.
yeah. Like I didn't hate it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was pretty cool. So I like when there's actual stakes. If we're just gonna like, yeah, color correction, yeah, woo, yeah, bad guy's dead. I mean, the last bad guy was kind of like shoehorned in there. They just kind of like Frankenstein all the bad guys together, and they're like, this is the ultimate evil. Blah. But like the context and stuff that happened around it was really cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right, Brick, go ahead. What is your favorite Sentai finale?
Okay, so
It's
in
hard
completion,
to choose.
so in completion, I've seen Jetman. What else? I've seen Die Ranger through and through, Cocker Ranger through and through, KingOhger through and through. KingOhger was the first season I really watched on a on a week-to-week basis. What?
I think I got Revolver behind me.
Oh no! I have mine in my little rack over there. But I love no. And then I've seen. I'm trying to think of the other one I've seen like week to week. No, I didn't watch KaijuCarl week to week. JK. No, I think that was really it. KingOhger is really the one I'm just always super busy. So like I was in school pretty much the whole entire time. So like I just didn't have the ability to watch week to week after that. But like I went back and rewatched Die Ranger, Cocker Ranger, and a lot of the '90s stuff too. Even G Ranger too. I rewatched just because I wanted to see where the MMPR source material was. It's and I'll talk about that too, because that's really Z Ranger is interesting on its own, and I love it. But my favorite finale has to be definitely Cocker Ranger. And I'm very biased with Cocker Ranger, just because like how good of a season it is, and not a lot of people have watched it. A lot of people actually just completely fucking overlooked that season, and it bothers me because it's an amazing season.
Oh,
that's awesome to hear. That's actually like next on my list to watch. That's awesome to hear.
Dude, it's one of the best seasons, not just because of the cast. I think King Kusagi is like one of like that was just like absolutely insane. And then, but I think that the best episode. What?
I was just saying his game on thing that he says in the stupid Battle Familia thing.
Game on. No,
it's
like,
English. I love him.
That last episode where they fight against I forgot. I only know him as Master Vile. I completely forgot. That's the only thing I'm gonna say they fought against Master Vile, and like it was really just like a typical ending. Really, just it really wasn't like anything like massive, like Gal Ranger level where like people died, whatever. But like it was a good finale though. It was a really good one. Die Ranger was a great finale though. Like where they show they show the future kids. I always love seeing the endings as the future kids.
It's just the same actors with themselves playing both characters.
KingOhger 100 years after. Literally.
And they both. Now that I think about it, both those seasons have a similar thing of like the battle never ending type situation. Like, and Die Ranger is a little more like scary to think about, but KingOhger's makes sense too. But they definitely have like a never-ending final battle type thing. So,
dude, Die Ranger is like monster. Like Die Ranger's aesthetic is kind of like high-key terrifying if you really just think about like itself and as a whole. Like there are just some really creepy things in Die Ranger.
Every single solitary monster. You know what? Keep talking because I'm gonna bring one up, and I just need to infect everyone else's brain with it. So go ahead. You're good.
I don't know. And like rewatching Z Ranger, Die Ranger, and like Cocker Ranger too, that made me just have a whole new appreciation for those seasons. Maybe completely forget about MMPR and the damage that Mighty Morphin did to those seasons. And I understand, like, dude, I will tell you,
we will never forget.
Chaim Saban took the biggest fucking meat cleaver out of his fucking kitchen and just mutilated Cocker Ranger. Mutilated. Just like
you didn't like the 13 episode Alien Ranger?
Oh God,
no.
Dude, it was the so best good. What do you mean?
Ever.
You didn't like seeing all the MMPR kids? It was great.
Listen here. You need to see this. Ready? You can't go to sleep now. Are you seeing this? You seeing my man Kabuki Boy? Are you seeing this nightmare? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, we'll get closer. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me?
Have you seen the fucking
into the adaptation into Mighty? Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the Mighty Morphin version of it is even more terrifying.
Yes, absolutely.
It's even more terrifying.
No, Die Ranger's finale and KingOhger's finale are really good. Trying to think of. So I was at this like ever evolving, changing list. Oh, Time Rangers too. Yeah.
Because they adapted it. They adapted it like almost shot for shot in Time Force.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Jen wears the Pink's jacket. I mean, come on now. Goodness, fuck.
Yeah.
So I have this like ever-evolving list of my like favorite seasons for different shows and stuff like that. It'll change with a rewatch. It'll change with a new show I like, so I got to push that one down to fit the new show. But my favorite actually is a bit of a toss-up between KaijuCarl's finale and actually Ryo-Soldier's finale. I like KaijuCarl's because I really enjoy the whole season. I know a lot of people, KaijuCarl, it's so great, blah, blah, blah. You really got to look at it also from the fact that when it came out and the time it came out was an awful time for Japan with the tsunamis that hit. Mm-hmm. So the tsunamis hit, millions of people completely gone, dead, whatever. And the two things that were standing, the Ichigo statue and the Akka Ranger statue. And so KaijuCarl was only going to bring some people back. And then they were like, well, hold on a minute. And some of the actors that they got back wrote letters to literally every single person they could of anybody they ever worked with on any of the shows. Mm-hmm. And you literally have in that show, every single solitary team of the 35 seasons leading up to that show is represented by at least one team member or more. They are on screen doing something. They're transforming, they're fighting, talking, whatever. And it's super cool to know that that's the history behind it. Yeah. And that the letter basically went, we're in a really big, huge like time of like turmoil and misery right now. We need to really bring all the smiles we can to these people, these kids and their parents who were kids watching us. Please come back. And they got all the people that they could. And it made for a pretty awesome season. I mean, I'm just going to say that. I mean, like, a lot of people are like, KaijuCarl is so overrated. It's actually really great.
Anyone who says KaijuCarl is overrated is a fucking bozo. I'll be completely honest.
Exactly.
No, even I like that's one of the stupidest takes ever that KaijuCarl is fucking overrated. KaijuCarl, I think, really changed Sentai too, and like set the pace for anniversary seasons leading forward. Because right now it's like it's really the gold standard for how you run an anniversry season.
Yeah,
for good and bad. Unfortunately,
I was gonna say like that's how you do a goddamn anniversary season because Ryder hasn't gotten it right yet.
No. And
I love my little mess decade, but
it is even just across the board too. For even just with Power Rangers, that's how you write an anniversary season. And again, Chaim Saban took his sharpest fucking dullest fucking meat cleaver and just
Super Mega Force is great, guys. What do you mean?
Oh my god! Carl, stop it right now.
It's so good. I love Super Mega Force. It's my favorite. I'm right behind you with a knife.
I love Sierra Hannah. That's a different episode, but that's it. But outside of that, Super Mega Force was like, I mean, like that means legend, dude. The amount of hype they put into that fucking season was like, this is gonna be the biggest season since Time Force. Like, this is gonna be like the hypest season.
Hold on to your buttholes. Part 2 is coming,
dude. Yeah, and then it was like.
Yeah.
Do you remember this wooden Red Ranger? He's back.
And he goes Super Saiyan.
Getting Casey back, getting Casey from Jungle Fury back was cool because like I love that. It's like one of my favorite seasons.
It was like the only one besides like 8 other people maybe. And they don't even get an episode. There's like, we're here.
And they were like, and people were speculating. This was like such a speculated show because like people were talking about, they're gonna bring the Die Rangers, and like they did, but it was like, here's some powers you've never seen.
Here's the Lost Rangers. Here you go.
Yeah.
You know what was weird with it was KaijuCarl. It's funny because KaijuCarl was my first Sentai. Which is unique for many people. When I say that, people are like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, well, what it did for me, because my ADHD brain goes in a million different directions at 88 miles an hour all day long. So when I watched it, I was like, I don't know these seasons, but I'm going to write them down. And so like because I watched it and I love the Live Man arc they do in it. I watched Live Man and I love Live Man.
Yeah.
I watched Die Ranger because of it. I watched all these different seasons because GoKaiger showcased them so well and giving you an idea of those seasons. But yeah, have you seen it, GoKaiger, Carl?
Yes, that was one of the ones. So Rob, my co-host, loves GoKaiger.
Sure.
And I have seen most of GoKaiger. I didn't actually finish that one, but that was one of the ones I've seen a lot more of than I normally see in a Sentai.
Sure.
Because it's GoKaiger. So,
right.
Also, like, when you have a character that has a fucking drill Tyrannosaurus mech, I'm here for it. So,
you do it. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, my boy.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I've seen GoKaiger was one of those shows because I was like just getting really into Sentai at that point. I was catching all the clips on YouTube and I was like, oh, this looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
I watched all the movies on YouTube. I followed it on Orange Range, one of those old Japanese like Toku news sites from back in the day. And I would watch all the video. Yeah. I'll watch all the. I'll honestly would watch all the episodes from there, whenever I had the chance to. But I've seen all the GoKaiger specials and movies and everything. Like one of my favorite seasons. Hands
Did you guys
down.
also bawl your eyes out? Not only just watching 10 GoKaiger, but then freaking Jem coming in with his entire emotional ride experience with Sophia watching it for the first time and getting to watch it with his baby. Like, it's so great.
Yeah, my favorite GoKaiger thing would be the Gavon. Is my favorite Sentai thing now is one of the bringing the Metal Heroes.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Dude, remember when they did that in Q Ranger and they set up things coming up that
never happened?
Yeah.
Yes. And then Kenji Oba doing the thing where it's like, oh, you look familiar. No, they did the Spider-Man thing where it's just where it's like Battle Fever, him and Battle Fever, and then him and Denzi Man, and him with Gavon, they're all transforming together, and it's like, who are you?
My favorite sixth of all time is from GoKaiger. I love Akari Guy because he's fucking me in universe. I don't know how he finds time to transform because I just be like the whole time and wouldn't be able to like fight at all. Like I love his like stupid episode where like he thinks Vol Black is gonna take his morpher from him, become the new Gokai Silver because he thinks he's a big dork and doesn't know how to fight and sucks.
He's having hallucinations. He has mid battle hallucinations. He's like
Astrid does the transformation.
He's tripping off something in mid battle. He's like, oh fuck, the bars are hitting now. Oh man, now I'm seeing go on wings. Never seen smoke that shit. Now I'm seeing go on wings.
Right?
Oh, he's so great. He's so great, and I love that he like is so passionate about it. And it was such a good idea making him be the sixth, this like Super Sentai fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that he's as positive as character is. He has this like super dark origin of his powers, where like spoilers for GoKaiger, watch it. I'm like, God, what are you doing? He like saves a little girl from getting hit by a car, and he gets hit instead. And he's like in a coma about to die, and 3 already dead Rangers are like, sup, bro, we got you, and like create his morpher and his key and give him powers.
So what you're saying is he's Yusuke Urameshi. Got you.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Oh my God.
He's Yusuke Urameshi. And now Tomba's Kuwabara.
I don't know. I like the thing I liked about GoKaiger too. I mean, we've already stated most of the reasons, but also just like the pirate design and Akka Red is like Red is really cool
character in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like he's just
It's
a really cool
surprising
character.
they didn't bring that into Super Mega Force.
Dude, well, you know what? Dude, back in the day, I remember there used to be all like the fan-made Power Ranger openings from people, and people would do like a GoKaiger adaptation to, of course, Tommy was red, because everyone used to throw Tommy as a fucking red in those videos. But then they would throw, I think it was like some Grand Caesar Henshin clip, and they made one of the reds from Grand Caesar or something like the Akka Red, and made it was a weird thing. But anyway, yeah, I always wanted that. I always wanted Akka Red in Power Rangers. I know it's never going to happen ever, but like, it was
I remember
cool
the super cringe thing I used to see back in the day about it's going to be Zordon resurrected.
Yeah,
oh my God,
dude, the Power Ranger fan theories from back in like 2011 Ranger Board fan theories were so.
All the cringe is coming back now.
Right? He's a lightweight guy. Let it go. It's okay.
I'll admit it. Dude, I used to write fan fiction on Ranger Board. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. I used to go on there, dude. I used to do. Dude, I'm still friends with one of the people I used to like write with on Ranger Board, and like, it was actually like a lot of fun. Like, it was really cool. We did it for like 5 years straight. It was like a really like fun thing I did all throughout high school. But yeah. No, like old Ranger Board fan theories were fun because like it was just some bullshit.
An entire topic in and of itself. Oh my goodness,
dude! Oh my god, dude! Oh my god. But like,
it's so edgy. Oh yes,
just the cringe oozing out of every single word.
Zordon,
like dripping out of your computer.
Aqua Red would have been Zordon, or like, do you remember the April Fool's joke from back in the day when like they were gonna do Super Mega Force, and you remember who they said was gonna come back and be their mentor? They said they're gonna have Weenie. They said they're gonna have Justin come back and be the mentor for the April Fool's joke. Yeah,
I don't know. He kind of looks like a wiener to me,
dude. Like, I don't know, but like, man, I don't know. They Power Rangers, man. That's a whole nother conversation in itself because the last week has been like. It's been like I've been very turned off from the fandom just because it's just like it's just like, all right, like at the end of the day it's literally it's a children's show, like chill, like this is like
but it's my children's show. God damn it,
it'll be directed the way I see fit.
Yeah.
Pokina, I have another idea.
Oh my god, no.
I'm in your walls, Pookie. I'm in your walls.
Soul on them titties.
At Pokina, get ready for this memoir. Remember when Zordon died? He didn't. Period.
He did it, period.
Remember when we had the Aqua Red footage? Period.
And that's it.
That's it.
Dude, I went to a Ranger stop in like November, and it was great. I had a really good conversation with Campbell Cooley. Turns out he did, really, really nice dude, and was like one of those people that just kind of sat there. Obviously everyone was going over to Liana Ramirez because like, it's her.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, because it's Roxy, and anyway, Campbell Cooley is like a really cool dude, and I was talking to him about a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, and he was like, he actually watched a bunch of old seasons, and I was like talking to him about stuff too. He was asking, I was asking him about like Ninja Steel stuff too, and he rolled his eyes. He was like, dude. We don't
talk about Ninja Steel.
Yeah.
Or Super Ninja Steel, Ninja Super Steel, Steel Super Ninja.
Steel the Super Ninja. We don't talk about Ninja either, so it's fine.
Ninja Man.
Ninja is the only Ninja season I actively dislike, and I
don't care what either of you naysayers say. I freaking love the stupid Henshin song jingle from the sword. Nee. It's so dumb. I love it.
But he uses a hamburger guitar that has a big Dallas star on it.
I
love it so much.
It's so dumb.
Oh, Burger Morpher.
Ninja Steel aggravated my hate for Ninja even more. Just like, I don't know, Ninja Steel just made me not like it. It's also from the fact that I'm just gonna air my grievances with Ninja Steel right now. They made the stupidest mistake in casting William, whatever his fucking name is, Schufelt as Brody. Like when they literally had Peter Sadarso, they could easily just been like, oh yeah, let's make this an Asian Red. Nope, nope. We're gonna give the I don't know what race he is. Red, and we're gonna make Peter blue because his brother is blue. No, Peter should have been red. That's my grievance.
Absolutely. So, KaijuCarl finale, awesome. The other one I want to real quick touch on, then we got to be done. Is Real Soldiers finale is also really good. They do a lot of really good work with the with Cole the Red Ranger and his role in it. In a way, Dino Fury kind of reflects that a little bit with what they did in the Real Soldier finale, which I thought was unique and it was different, but still good in my opinion. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, no, Real Soldiers is really good. I don't want to say too much about it because that's the one that I would recommend you to watch also if you like any of the dinosaur seasons or you like dinosaurs at all. It's a really cool dinosaur season in general, and I really like it. I can't show you now because I'm wearing my Damo Motaro jacket and it's cold as fuck in my garage. But I have a Real Soldier tattoo on my arm. Like literally after I watched it, I was like, I need this as part of me. So that did it.
I had my.
Just a gem. Jeff has it too.
Dude, I got. So that was like the one thing I told myself I was gonna get when I lost my weight. Was like I'm gonna get myself a Paijuan tattoo.
Buddy.
Dude. And I was like, yo, and I was at Ranger Stop actually. I got it there, and like I walked up to the man. I was like, hey, dude, can you like do this for me? And he was like, yeah, got you. And then like I think some Brennan Mejia actually complimented my tattoo. Then Judith Hogue came up. She was like, is this fresh inks? And she like touched the bandage. I'm like, Judith, calm down there.
You're gonna hurt me.
Oh, and then another Ranger Stop story. I went out with Vaughn and Travis Earl. I don't know if you know who Travis Earl is. He's an artist who does a lot of the Ranger Stop conventions, but everyone knows who Vaughn Cooper is. We went out to the bar. We went out to the bar to watch UFC fights. Lo and behold, guess who pulled through to the bar? Ernie Reyes Jr. and Ken fucking Scott. And
nice.
And Ernie Reyes and Ken Scott are just sitting at the bar, just drinking, minding their, no one recognizes them, not realizing that those two men can single-handedly beat the fuck out of every single person in that bar. Ernie Reyes is gonna hop around like Yoda and just beat the shit out of everyone. But yeah, Ernie Reyes offered me a shot, and I was like, I don't drink, dude. Sorry, like I don't drink. And I was like, I feel really bad because I turned down a shot of tequila from Ernie Reyes Jr., which is just like, you're not really supposed to do that, but like, I did it anyway, and I said,
right.
I was like,
Vaughn talked about him and Five when they were at, I think it was that some story with Faraz Durrani, who played Nick in Mystic Force. Something about like something that happened that he like owes them a drink or owes them something. There's something that happened where he said he was gonna do something for them, like get them something or whatever, and he just left the place and never came back. Never got it.
I respect them. Roger Velasco hit a blinker on my dab pen. And he was trying to hit some dude's empty card, and I was like, "Here, dude, you just like want to hit mine?" He's like, "Yeah." And then he like looked at me straight in the eyes, and was like, "Shifted the turbo," and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And I was like,
"Who was this?"
Velasco Carlos.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just like one of the funniest experiences ever. And
that's awesome.
He was like, he was like, they don't call me the Green Ranger for nothing. And I'm like, that's fucking
yo.
and I'm like,
because of
my
devil's lettuce.
Yeah. My mind was fucking blown because I was just like, I just like pretty much smoked with the Power Ranger. That's like just the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. But no, dude, like, go to Ranger Stop, and if you haven't done it, like, do the VIP experience once because you get to like hang out with the actors. They'll come around and hang out with you, dude. I met Allison Kipperman Sullivan, Taylor's like love of my life, and Serena, dude, like Serena Vincent, dude. I mentioned 913 movie because I was just an obligatory like, hey, like that was like I like outside of Power Rangers. I was like, I think I was like 13. She was like, I was most of that. She's like, I've heard that 5 million times, just like I was everyone's first. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, no, dude, go to Ranger Stop. They're all really funny. All really.
Carl,
cool
do you have any Toku inspired tattoos before we get out of here?
No, I have. This is Haunted Herman, and then I have a Berserk tattoo.
Solid.
Yeah, and then I got some kanji on this there.
Possibly.
Yes, actually. I've debated getting the Blade Ace on me somewhere. Yeah. The Spade card. Because, like I said, Blade's my favorite season. So
yeah. I want to get. So my whole plan is to get my legs and arms done. I want to do like whole traditional sleeves, but like I want to get like artists who will do like mecha bar, like I want to get a bunch of Getter Robo, at least one Getter Robo tattoo.
Nice.
I'm a huge fucking Getter fan.
I'm gonna get the King of Hearts crest on my hand eventually. So
yeah, I want to do. And so there's a guy in Hong Kong, a really good artist in Hong Kong who actually does like really good traditional. Then there's a guy in Pittsburgh, Rob Morrow, who did a whole American traditional Power Rangers pinup line.
Nice.
With like and really cool like so I want to get him to do all my legs, and because he did this really cool Goldar piece, which is really cool, the stomach piece. So I'm eventually gonna get that too.
Nice.
Nah, you need to get an entire Ranger suit tattooed on your body.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Just get the Kaku Ranger suit on you.
Yeah.
Just do it like black though, so you just black out your whole body.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just get a blackout
Yeah, except for like the waist and the little cuffs.
Just get my whole dick tattoo gold. Just tattoo my whole dick gold.
There you go, perfect.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Oh my god! On that note, I gotta say, thank you so very much to our wonderful, just amazingly hilarious and insightful guests. I really appreciate you guys being on. I know Frankie is like, God damn it, right now, because he's at Toei, trying to sneak his way in and get the files out.
He's just pounding on the door. That's all.
Let me in. Where are the physical releases? But anyway, I'm really excited you guys were able to come on. I think we talked about some great stuff with KingOhger and then eventually the finale stuff and a few other little segues that happened. Because, I mean, like I said, we're three, adult white men talking about children's shows from Japan.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah. That's it. That's an interesting thing to, like, bring up to girls when dating, too. Be like, yeah, dude, like, what are you into? Yeah, so, like, I'm, like, really into, like, children's shows from Japan.
Nah,
like,
dude, dude,
no.
You gotta make a 50 Shades of Grey riff on it. Be like, let me show you my room.
No, don't.
Where all my displays are.
You listen, dude. We cannot talk about Agony and Pink. This is like that's like. Don't. I brought that up to someone once, and I think they were doing an After Dark panel Ranger Stop, and someone was talking about like Kimberly, and I yelled Agony and Pink, and Vaughn shook his head, and I think I heard like a bunch.
Is that that's an NSFW fanfic, isn't it?
Dude,
oh no!
Agony and Pink is one of the worst.
There's a 2. Did you know there's a 2?
Oh my God, Carl!
I just Googled it and I was like, I might have to safe search this. I don't know, but there's the first result was Agony and Pink 2 was the suggested result.
And it's with Catherine. I think I don't know, but like I read the first one in completion because I was like, you know what, no one else in the Power Rangers fandom has done this. This is like something you have to do. And I read it. I was like, it's pretty fucked up, man. It's just like
Part 2 is real, by the way. I'm looking at it right now.
A dramatic reading. Go ahead, Carl. The first 3 words.
Yes, it's this long. Yo, all right. Nope. New series starting right now. I'm really sorry for the pain this inflicts upon you all. Chapter 6. Can she stand anymore? Oh my God.
We need to bring Gilbert Gottfried back from the dead and have him do a reading of Agony and Pink 2.
Oh my God.
On that note, thank you, wonderful guests, for being on, and everyone watching. I'm so sorry, especially because you're going to hear it as audio as a podcast, right straight into your ears,
right in your ear hole,
just as deep as you can,
right in there.
Yes, make sure they're clean.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Oh Jesus Christ. This is a great episode. That's
on the internet now, folks.
It is. Clip it. Next episode, live reading of the entire Agony and Pink, entire fan fiction, and 2 also. So there we go.
There you go.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Also,
bye.